Alright guys, we finally get to the hot shot. Thanks to the RCL, we have this kit to build for the channel. Bearings finally came in, and I have everything else that we need for this. It does have a motor and a speed controller and all that. I just gotta grab a receiver. I know I have one around here somewhere with a radio, so when I get to that point I'll drag that out. But I think I'm going to do this one a little bit differently. I think I'm going to actually just show you the progress rather than go step by step. So what I'll do is as I go along and I move forward, I will turn the camera on and show you let's say a completed gearbox, completed chassis, yada yada yada, okay, rather than going step by step. That way I can get this done a little bit quicker and get into paint and get it running before the weather gets so bad that I can't run this. Right now I can run it in my driveway. I wouldn't run a touring car in the driveway right now, but I mean, if this gets a little dirty, that's what it's meant for, right? I want to really, like I said, I want to try this thing out before we get some heavy snow and then I can't run it anymore. So I want to move this along. But that's what we're going to do. So first we're going to start off with the gearbox. I think this is the rear gearbox. We're going to start with that. Once I have that all together, I'll show you that and we'll keep moving on from there. Alright, see you guys in a few. Okay guys, our rear gearbox is all assembled, motor installed. A little strange to me on this kit, a little bit. Within the first 5 minutes they got you pretty much opening every bag. You're taking something from every bag right off the get-go, which is new and different to me. Normally you work your way through parts bag A, use up everything in there, parts bag B, use up everything there, and there may be a few screws here and there left over from each bag, but normally you're going through each bag. In this gearbox alone, I've opened pretty much all the parts bags, all the way to B, A, D, and I think even C, but I don't know where yeah, it must have been C. I'm pretty sure I opened C as well. And I've taken something from pretty much all of those already. And the first part was there's a large C-clip. I don't know if you can see that or not. Large C-clip. I was searching everywhere for it. I thought maybe I lost it somewhere. I'm like, there's no way. I opened the bag right here, dumped it right here. Couldn't find it anywhere. So I started searching other bags, trying to look around in there. Couldn't see anything. So I opened the bag up, dumped it out. Boom, there it was. I continued on with that. So it's just heads up as you're doing this. You're going to find something in pretty much every bag right out of the get-go. Alright, so we're going to do the front gearbox now. I'll show you when that is complete. But yeah, that's all good to go. All assembled. And let's do the front now. Alright, front gearbox is all done. And I noticed that they had 4-wheel drive, or 4WD here, engraved in the gearbox, so I figured, well, I fill it with some paint while we have access to it. I did notice it on the rear too. Just a little extra added touch. I do that here and there and stuff. Sometimes it shows, sometimes it doesn't. And my furnace is running, but anyway, so next, looks like we're putting control arms and all that stuff on. So let me get all that stuff ready. Start getting that together. I don't know how much more I'm going to do tonight. It's getting late. It looks like it gets a little bit more intricate with the front control arms. So I probably will not get to that tonight. So I guess I'll see you guys in a little bit. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Hi guys, we're still recording, I guess. Okay, we did get our control arms, rear control arms on, and our uprights and all that good stuff. Drive shafts are in, bearings are in. We're going to be moving on to the front, but as I was saying before, it's getting late and I gotta work tomorrow, so I'll probably pick up tomorrow, but for you guys it won't be tomorrow. But it moves nice and freely, so that's good. No binding. These are pretty beefy arms, man. Pretty beefy uprights too. I don't see you having any problems with this thing so far. It's built pretty beefy, so. Alright, well, as I said, I need to get to bed, so I'll see you in the next 2 seconds for you, and for me, will be tomorrow. Alright. Okay guys, we got the front all assembled now. It moves nice and freely. That's all good to go. Next, I believe we start working on the main chassis itself, which I've already gotten a little head start on that one as well. Here we go. I already painted everything up. I washed that down a bit, reduced so that the black would pop through, so it looked a little weathered. So it was very bright white at first, and it was too white. I painted up his helmet. Did some detail work in there. I hope that shows through well. And I did change the head. This is not the helmet and the head that comes with it. I figured I'd try to make mine a little bit different. Change it up. And there he is. But alright, moving on to the next part, which I think is starting to do with a little bit more of that Unishock suspension setup stuff, and actually attaching gearboxes to chassis and building shocks. So we'll see you in a little bit as I progress a little farther. Alright, we have our rear cam on for the shock, connecting to both control arms. We have the upper part of the chassis attached, and we have our sway bar attached. Looks like next we're going to be installing the front gearboxes and then building those shocks we talked about earlier. So let me get to that. See you in a sec. Okay guys, we got our front axle installed, all of our sway bars, our rear shock, our front shock, drive shaft, and I noticed they must have used this gearbox for a different kit prior to this, because the detail work we did on the little four-wheel drive symbol, the 4WD, on the front gearbox is completely covered by the chassis. So I'm assuming they probably used this this front gearbox on another kit at one point or something. But that's alright, we know it's there. Alright, so we'll be moving on to the next few parts here, and which would be our servo setup. Looks like the bottom tray and the electronics. I think we're almost there, and then after that I believe the front bumper gets installed. Then we move on to the cage and some other little accessory parts, battery, hold down, and wheels and tires. So we're getting there. We're almost there, guys. Pretty neat little thing so far. Build's been fun. It's definitely different from everything else I've ever worked on so far. The rear suspension seems to be a little stiff. I wonder what's going on there compared to the front. Being that they're the same springs and same shocks, I'm just kind of curious. Is it a design thing or what? It's not bad. It's just a little stiffer than the front. It makes me a little concerned. But there we are. Alright, we'll see you guys back here in a few. Alright. We have the lower chassis assembly on now. All of our electronics are inside: servo, speed controller, receiver. Sorry about the furnace. Got our front bumper and skid plate on. All of our steering links are on now. And let's see, I think that's it for right now as far as progression goes. Next we get into the cage, and I wanted to say real quick, I'm actually surprised at how much was involved with building this so far. I really thought I was going to blow right through this thing, no time flat. It's actually taken me a little longer than I thought. There's definitely more involved here than I had realized prior to building one. Never built one before. Some of the Tamiya kits I can get through in a matter of hours, we'll say, I guess. And this one's actually taken me longer than I thought. I'm surprised. It's a lot more intricate than I thought it was as well prior to the build. There's a lot of, surprisingly to me, a lot more aluminum parts than I thought there was going to be. I mean, for instance, just back here. I know throughout the build there was some other ones here and there, some little steel pieces here for strength. I can't remember offhand, but I know there was other stuff that I was surprised to see. Aluminum, that's right, there's this aluminum plate here. Goes on, covers that up. Some graphite pieces, which I was surprised to see as well. And this guy here, the battery cover, or battery stay or whatnot, which we haven't put on yet. Yeah, I'm actually impressed with this thing so far. Again, I thought it would be a lot quicker and simpler to build. Not that I'm complaining, I'm actually glad, because I would have been blown right through this thing in no time flat, and I'm actually surprised it's more intricate than I thought it was, and there's more involved. Pretty cool so far. It's been a fun build so far. We're not done. I get ready to start doing the cage now. Putting window netting on. A couple other parts that have to go on. Yeah, aluminum. A couple other little parts to go on. I believe these are just, I think all this stuff is just cosmetic, but it's definitely gonna start making the cool factor go up even more. And then we get to start putting wheels and tires on, which I gotta glue up some tires. And then I think we're finally almost there. But yeah, we're getting real close. Besides painting the body up and putting the wing on, we've got to do all that stuff yet. But yeah, rather than me babble on, let me get going at it some more. See you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, we got our roll cage on. Very tight fit, but we did fit our helmet there. His head is a little bigger than the other guy's head. These little aluminum pieces for decoration or whatnot are on. Settle roll cage or window net, our antenna. Zip tied our wires nice and tight. Put our battery stay in here. Let's see, I think that's it for right now. I think that's all we did. Yeah, I think that's it. But now we move on to the body and wheels and tires, and I think that's where you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to see what I come up with. I do have something in mind. I'm gonna trim this body out, the wing out, get it all prepped and ready, but you're gonna have to wait for the next video for that one. I already flew through this one. I don't want to do this all in one video. I'm not sure how long this one's going to be, but I think if we did the complete build in one video, I think that's more than enough. You're just going to have to stay tuned and wait for what we do with the body. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. RC Elf, thank you very much for this kit. It's been quite the pleasure to build. It's definitely different than everything else I've built out there. I'm actually really impressed with it. Like I said, it was a lot more complicated than I thought it was going to be. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool so far. I can't wait till you guys see what I end up doing with this body. Like I said, I gotta few ideas in my head. But thanks again, RCL. I appreciate it, and we'll see you guys soon. You guys thought I was going to make you wait. I wouldn't do that to you. I'll show you right now what paint we got for this car. It's actually called Kreptek Snow Camo. That's what I chose to do on this, and I'll give you a view of that just here in a sec. Alright guys, here we go. Here's the paint job. You ready? There she is. Now remember, this is a snow camo pattern, or a camo pattern, and that is snow colors. It's not supposed to be perfect, which the perfectionist in me was having a real hard time with, but all in all it came out pretty good, and I hope you guys like it. Again, the perfectionist in me was having a real hard time with this one, but it I think it came out pretty decent, and I hope it meets or exceeds the RCL's expectations of me and in this paint. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Comment below. Yeah, I did realize after I put these on that they were pointing downwards, and I was like, you know what? I kind of don't mind it, so I left them. But yeah, there she is, guys. I did do a little detail work on the wheels too, as always. And I lost my screen, so I have no idea what you guys are seeing, but I'll just keep panning over it for a little bit, and there you are. So for those of you that watch this video, thank you very much. For those of you that have watched my other videos, thank you very much, but unless you watch this video, you're not going to know that. And for the RCL, thanks for the awesome gift, man. This thing's been a blast to build. I hope you like it. Decided not to go box art. I think everyone kind of knew that was probably going to be the case, but he did give me his blessing. He said, do what makes you happy, and I like it. This was in my head, and it transferred over well. I think it looks pretty cool. Definitely different. I haven't seen anyone else with this paint scheme. I haven't seen anyone else use this style of camo on anything other than a few things out there which I won't mention, but but anyway, I think it transferred over to RC very well. I like it a lot. I think it looks pretty wild. It's definitely different from everything else out there, which I always try to go for, and I hope you guys like it too. Anyway, until next time, we'll be building the Kyosha. That'll be our next build. I gotta figure out what we're gonna do with that one. We'll start slowly building that one. I want to take some time to straighten back up and do some more work in my work area here, so that it's a little more appealing to everyone. I might get rid of this wood background and paint it or something. I don't know yet. We'll see. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you want. If you don't, I don't care, as long as you watch. See you guys.